raised the interest rate, which had a trickle down effect on a lot of things, which caused Bitcoin to drop when it dropped. So now when you had everything happen with Trump and a new, trade tariff agreement, what have you, for 90 days, went back up or what have you. And that is going to happen. And the reason why it's, over 110 or where it's at, wherever it is right now, is because the confidence in knowing that everybody's going to be buying up everything right now to basically make sure they have enough for the holiday season, for the time coming up to where this deal could be gone and we might not have a new deal. So they know everybody is buying. The economy should be doing well during this period, and a lot of money is going to be spent. So confidence has returned, but only for a short amount of time. But again, you have these other countries in BRICS looking at things and saying, yesterday's prices is not today's prices, man. And we're tired of this influx, this inflation, and something has to be done. It's funny because, when you're looking at it, if you're on the outside, which you are on the outside, you might as well say, you are basically looking at somebody getting ready to beat your ass, right? Imagine you over there and you just going about your business and you looking over and you see somebody lacing up their shoes, putting on boxing gloves, putting a mouth guard in, putting Vaseline on their face, shadow boxing and everything, and they get ready to walk over there and punch you in the mouth. And you ain't doing nothing. You ain't getting ready at all. You just sitting there going about your business. People walking by and not seeing, hey man, this guy's suiting up. He ready to fight. And nobody's doing nothing about it, right? Or dude over there in the corner, he got 6 AK-47s and he loading up clips. Nobody's calling cops. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's alerting anyone. This guy got 6 goddamn machine guns and nobody's saying anything. And he's loading. He's getting locked and loaded. And nobody's doing anything about it. This is what BRICS is. BRICS is getting locked and loaded and being poised, getting set up to be poised to take this shit out, right? And they doing it right in front of our face. And then it's like, what's going on? Dude, do you guys understand, man? Like, if the dollar is gone as the world reserve currency and we don't have infrastructure here in this country as far as factories and things being built, what's going to happen? Now you got to pay attention to everything, right? Here you have Donald Trump. Donald Trump is saying, make America great again. We got to put tariffs. We got to build. So now you're going to have somebody, because if all this shit happened, which it will, you have on record a president who came in to try to save the fucking people and save the day. Will he make it or not? Right? So right now you have Donald Trump saying, we got to impose tariffs. We got to make these companies start building in America. We got to make America great again. We got to build infrastructure. We got to get ready because you have to get ready to compete now. Because if the dollar falls as the world reserve currency and everything changes, money is backed by gold and everything that's going to happen, it's going to completely change the country. It's going to be a problem because now laws are going to change. It's not the same anymore, right? The world doesn't have to kiss America's ass or deal with America on that business level anymore because it's different. Now, we don't have infrastructure and things set up. Guess what? What these people could throw a whole pity party. They could say, well, you guys don't have enough gold to deal with us. We're not selling you anything. The cost of goods in this country is going to go through the roof, right? And then what's going to be the currency here, right? So it could cause war. It could be outrage across the country, everywhere. Especially for, Japan and China, they're going to have an issue, which is why a lot of people are not really worried about this because they think, well, of course, China doesn't really want to do this. China's a part of BRICS, but do they really want this thing to happen? Do they really want to drop America's value or dollar value? Do they really want to do that? And they hold almost $1 trillion in treasury bonds. Well, they do that. And it's a lot to think about. And then not just that, just with the dependency that other countries have on America, as far as America basically importing so much from all these other countries. So can we afford to really collapse America and, have to basically rely, I should say, on everybody else? And I guarantee you they're going to come to a point to where that's not going to be a problem. And it's happening, and it's happening slowly. Here it is. Africa is becoming China, right? Africa now is basically making and producing so many things right now. And it's just unbeknownst to a lot of people. A lot of what China used to do, they are now moving into Africa as far as manufacturing, right? They're not, and I talked about this in the last video. And I'm not sure if that was a society video or was it on YouTube. I forget. But what I talked about, I basically was saying and showing how Africa is moving how China is moving into Africa. They having good contracts with African countries, doing good business deals with African countries, promising these people what they promised them and giving terms. Basically saying, hey, we're going to front you guys billions of dollars. We're not dealing with any government in Africa. We're going to deal with public people, public corporations and companies, people who stepping out trying to do something to build the infrastructure of Africa. We're going to fund these people. In exchange for doing that, we're going to do business in your country for X amount of years, right? So now you have that. So if you're paying attention, everything around the power structure of America is starting to be challenged and basically it's going to lead to the cause of its collapse. Everything's being challenged. Everything is being changed, right? And then, dude, I'm telling you, a lot of people are not going to see this. You're looking at Donald Trump, man, and it's like, yo, everything that I'm saying to you guys to protect from the downfall of what's going to possibly happen, fucking Donald Trump is trying to fix that shit. And it's weird as shit to look at it because it's like, yo, of course, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying, oh, he's a good guy, he's for the people. All this shit, as I said at the beginning, is all by design. So I'm not big up in this man as being a good guy or savior. He's a part of the whole fucking scam. I'm just telling you what is being shown to you people right in front of your face as Donald Trump being this fucking guy who's basically saying to the people what could possibly happen and what's coming. And nobody's looking at what that is. I'm probably the only person that's giving it to you guys in the video. Everybody else talking about specific things. Nobody's connecting the fucking dots. And it's right there. So there's a lot more to this. There's a lot that I left out because there's so much to cover. But I want to give you guys the gist of what's happening. And it goes back to World War II, believe it or not. That was the beginning, the establishment of the New World Order, basically setting up in Europe to cause this global collapse that's about to happen and bring about their one world order. Plain and simple. That was the beginning of it. And we're seeing, right, what happened from those events lead up to today, lead up to now. And there is a cause and effect of everything that happened, everything that took place. Israel plays a major role in it as well, which we're going to get into that coming up soon. So you got to step back and look, man, and pay attention, right? And, I know a lot of people send me questions about the truth about Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore. Some people saying they don't trust it. Some people were skeptical about it, which I am, of course. What is the true goal of this man? Is he real? Is he legit? What's going on? And I say to you people, and I just, like I said, I'm not here to say whether he is or he is not, whether he's being used or he is not. Remember, people thought Dr. King was legit. He clearly was a puppet, right? So you got to pay attention, man, and just look at the tendencies of America, right? Everything America has done, everything the powers that be have done to keep us out of power. All of the coups, all of the assassinations, right? Everything that's been happening in Africa over the years. What happened to Patrice Lumumba? What happened to Gaddafi? What happened to Saddam? What happened to other leaders all over the world when they speak out and do something against the power of America? They're silenced, and they're silenced easily. So people are saying, oh, he's good because what's going on is those Africans understand his assignment and they're not selling him out. They've probably been approached a bunch of times. They are not selling him out. And, we're notorious for selling out. That's what's been going on. And the whole question is a whole debate going on over the internet about, what's the real enemy or who's the real enemy of black people. And of course, people say, well, white people, Europeans, of course. And the whole debate is like, dude, black people have been the enemy of black people, the immediate enemy, right? The immediate danger to black people as far as the presence of a person is black people, plain and simple. We know who the puppeteers are, the puppet masters are, right? We know it's the Europeans, the white man, what have you. But the immediate enemy of black people have always been black people. They could not be in power if not for us, right? Couldn't be in power. You look at all the downfalls of so many people, so many leaders, it's because a black person helped them out. Plain and simple. Y'all not going to like that. Some people are not going to like it, but it's the truth. It's always been one of our own to bring down somebody, right? It's just how it's been. And we see it in the music industry today. It's black on black crime is crazy, but it's being propelled through the music industry and whole hip hop culture, as I always talk about, where $1, people don't give a shit. They will sell out their mama for $1. They sell out their whole entire race. People don't give a shit about none of that. And it's people saying they know, black people just trying to fit in and basically get congratulations from Europeans and from white people. They're trying to basically get a pat on the back, a pat on the head from white people. They're trying to impress white folks, right? And that's why they're doing what they're doing today. And I would say that's something that was true back in the 50s and 60s. We know people was trying to fit in. They was trying to get, acceptance or what have you. And yeah, back then that was true. But today I don't think so, because I don't think black people give a shit. And black people are not trying to be accepted as much as we used to be, because black people don't care. We don't give a fuck no more. It's not the same. We don't gotta fear walking down the street in white neighborhoods. We can walk wherever the fuck we want to walk right now, right? So they created a system of, poverty. And money talks, plain and simple. And what hip hop culture did and what they instilled in us going back to slavery was being over your fellow man, right? Beating out or shitting on other black people, having more than what the next person had, whether it's to gain favor of a woman, to just basically be better or one up somebody, another black person, whatever it may be, whatever your desire is, right? Whatever your twist, that's what it is. And it's simple. Like, okay, well, all I got to do is sing a song or rap a song, talk about the destruction of my people. You're going to pay me millions of dollars to do this, and I'm going to get awards. It's going to be a whole fucking award ceremony. Hell yeah, why do I sign up? Oh, well, let me give you the demographics and the numbers of how much it's going to destroy your people and cause black on black crime, cause poverty, cause the funeral industry to boom, right? Create jobs for white people, create a whole industry that white people are going to flourish from because of this music, right? To create a whole different welfare program than the one we gave you guys in the early 1900s, right? Create a whole different society of bourgeois black people and, middle-class black people, poor black people, homeless black people, what have you, and just generally destroy your people. The X right here, sign right here. And these people gladly sign, right? Even with today, all the information is out there, people don't give a shit. Because you can't really blame them. Because again, all the media has to do is say something about a black person and everybody believes it. I mean, look at the Diddy situation. Before all this Diddy shit happened, we heard the news about Diddy. Tupac and everybody was talking about Diddy. All the rumors came out about Diddy a long time ago. But if he invited you to his party, you was going to come, because wasn't nobody talking about it. That was the party to be. Every single one of you motherfuckers probably would have went to the white party if you got an invite, just to brag that you went there, right? And then now with this going on, all that shit is out the door. Now he's a meme, he's a joke. Anybody that went to the party is suspect. Everybody want to discredit the man or what have you. But it's just all on his dick. I'm just keeping it real. So this is what happens, the media influence. And they basically use the power that we have against us, which our power would be the power of influence. We influence the world. We influence this whole country. And they've been copying off of us for fucking decades, right? And that's our power. It's been influenced, and they've been using it against us for a long time. So again, the sellouts, the people that we had problems and issues with, has always been us. So yeah, I started out this video talking about, the problems that I went through and everything that I faced or what have you. And yeah, it's a lot of people that was praying for my downfall and wishing ill will against me and what have you. And they were mostly black. I'll probably say 99% of the people was black. And even the problems I face on social media, people that see your comments, 99% of the time is black folks hating, right? And this is what it's been. You've seen it. We've all experienced it. The majority of hate comes from our own people. It is what it is, right? We have this energy of, envy, hate, jealousy, to where we don't want to see each other succeed. And it's throughout the whole entire black community, right? There's only a few people that's real stand-up good people that when they see a black person doing good, they love it. You get the most hate from family members, people who are close to you, people who know you, right? Because they seen you at your lowest point when you didn't have nothing and they was doing better than you. They was shitting on you. And then now you stayed at a humble state, got your shit together, and then now you surpassed them and they can't fucking stand it. They can't stand it. So they hating on you, right? And this is, we see this everywhere. And it's just this energy that's been pushed into us since slavery and probably before slavery. Who knows where it comes from? And we have it. And it's been the downfall of black people for centuries. And is Ibrahim Traore going to have to deal with this? Is he dealing with this now? We don't know. I'm pretty sure it's black people that's poised to sell him out if they have the chance to sell him out. Who knows? But, on that whole topic of who's been the biggest enemy of black people? It has been black people. And we've seen that constantly in Africa. We've seen that in America. We've seen that throughout history. And it's something we got to understand. If this whole thing is going to be real, if it's going to be true, if it's going to happen, dude, at some point it's going to take African-American help. It's going to take black people to step up and stand with the whole situation. Because, dude, I'm looking at France. I'm looking at Africa. I'm looking in Germany even. I'm looking at Russia even. I'm looking at these other countries, and these black people are marching for Burkina Faso. They are marching. They're coming together, and they're dealing with those issues that they're facing, and they're being vocal about it. Now, again, as I said, dude could be a puppet. And I don't want to put the energy out there, but it's being very real. But he's doing what he's supposed to do. So we're going to watch this whole thing. But the main thing we need to be watching is BRICS. We need to be watching the other neighboring African countries that may join, right? Who's going to join ISCA? Who's coming to the party, right? We got to pay attention to that. And that's going to tell us what's going on. If we see this whole African unity spread out and more African countries start to become, like Burkina Faso, like Niger, like Mali, a revolution is at hand. These people are promising, as Ibrahim Traore promised, Africa will return to power, and I believe that is so, as I discussed in that previous video in the society. As I said, Africa is setting the stage. They're going to play a major role in what's to come. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. As I said, man, things are a lot better. I have a lot more time to come out and do videos. I have so much to put up because now it's the time for this. And I've been gone and I've been doing my research and I've been trying to get everything straightened out. It's life, man. We all live life. We all got to deal with shit. But as I said before, I appreciate everybody support, the people who still stuck around. And support is hard to come by. So I put out Merkabah Scholar Society. And yeah, there's dues. It's $18 a month. You pay to get in, you pay $18 a month for dues. What does that get you? It gets you all the videos that you would normally be buying for $29.99 or $19.99. You don't have to buy those anymore. Those videos are going to be specifically unique to the society and what's in the society. You get live meetings. We do 2-3 live meetings per month. I do lectures. We do book readings. I'm doing live videos, which we just did yesterday, on books that we're discussing. Not just that, investment opportunities, investment information, stock information. There's so much. The whole thing I put out for Shopify, Amazon, I put out to the society first, right? So there's so much going on in the society. We have professionals in the society. We have a lot of professionals who don't want to be known, who don't want to be, people to know their identity, which is why you have to sign an NDA once you agree to be a part of the society. But it's what we need because there's too much fake shit on the internet. It's too much fake shit on social media. Everybody in the comments not serious. They want to make jokes. Everybody got a fucking joke, right? Everybody got to make fun of something, whatever it is, right? It's always a joke. People looking for laughs. People looking for a like. They're not serious about shit. And that's why I created this, so we have serious people. Our app is exactly like Instagram. It's getting better and better every day. You could put clickable links on our app. And we have the website, right? So it's a lot going on. What I try to do with Merkabah Academy, I have succeeded in Merkabah Scholar Society. And people who don't want to pay the $18 a month, it's not for you. People who don't want to take the time to understand what's going on, it's not for you. But again, stuff needs support. Stuff like this has to be supported. And it's crazy because if you rather support your oppressor than support your mental liberation, we don't want you. Plain and simple. If you rather support your addiction, support what's corrupting you rather than support your consciousness liberation, right? The liberation of your mind, the liberation of your knowledge, to open your mind to different alternative ways of thinking that's going to lead to you having more success in life, right? Of course you don't need me for that. You can find it anywhere, you can do it yourself. But I'm here. I'm putting the stuff out. The dues are for that reason, to help with the app, because I'm not a multi-billionaire. I'm not Facebook. I'm not Instagram or what have you. I'm not Twitter or X. I don't have billions of dollars to maintain, this app and everything that this entails. Not to mention all the videos and everything that I do, all the lives and everything that come with it. This is why it's $18 a month. Either you support it or you don't, right? So it is what it is. The people who have stood by and supported, I appreciate you guys. I'm glad you're in the society. The people who got a problem with the 18 or backed out, whatever the situation may be, it is what it is, right? But I'm here to tell you guys, like, we are our own worst enemy. We don't support each other. We don't back our own liberation. We don't back our own selves. We are so fucking, conspiracy theorists about every fucking little thing, even if it benefits us. And I fucking get it. You talking to the right one when it comes to that. I understand. But it's a such thing called proven, right? I'm proven. I've been here for a long time. I've been doing this for a long time. The information speaks for itself. It is what it is. The people who appreciate that and appreciate what I do, they're in the society. They understand, they get it. Now, as far as $18 a month, somebody else gonna say, man, that's too much money. That's a lot of money. But I gave you the Shopify course. I gave you guys a way to make the $18 and more a month. All you gotta do is put a little bit of work and you change your whole entire fucking life just off of that course, right? It is what it is. And as I said, more stuff is going to continue to go out to help you guys get to where I'm at and to get past where I'm at. So that's why I said that I hate doing anything that involves money, because people always say it's a scam, or he's just all about the money. He don't really care. It's just all about the money. It's not being all about the money. It's just this requires money. Any type of situation like this, any type of thing you're doing that's going to require a lot of people to act or a lot of information to be put out or any type of collaborative effort is going to take funding. I mean, it just is what it is. As I said, we're not going to have a revolution because the revolution must be funded and niggas don't want to pay. They want to pray to God. They want to pay the preacher or pay their oppressor, but they don't want to fund their own liberation. And that's where we stand, right? Again, say it for the last time. The immediate enemy of black people is black people. And it is what it is. But yeah, again, I really highly thank everybody who's been here, who had my back, who supported me throughout this whole process. As I said, you guys are going to see how everything comes back. And this is the beginning of that. So I appreciate you guys being here and taking the time to watch. We got a lot more to get into. And I'll see you guys next video. Peace.